What's up, YouTube? It's JaKel here. I am going to be dropping a SummerSlam review. I'm going to separate them into two separate videos. So I'm going to talk about night one here. And before I get started, go ahead and make sure you follow me on Instagram at JaKelXO to keep updated on anything that I drop. I also do WWE 2K content, so I do drop custom cards. If you want to check that out, you can check my Instagram and follow me there on my craft of creating my custom universe. Before I get in this debate, I do want to say if you do have any opinions when you comment, please be sure to be respectful and also be respectful to anybody else who replies to your message. We want to keep a healthy debate. Everybody's not going to have the same opinion. That's okay. That's what makes wrestling fun, because we all have different thoughts of what we're thinking. And I love a good healthy debate. So if you want to start the conversation, so let's get into it. Now, SummerSlam night one was exciting. I liked every match. Were there ups and downs? Of course. I am going to definitely deep dive in talking about which matches I liked and overall what I thought about them and go down in each detail. So let's open up with the first match. Roman Reigns teaming up with Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Shout out to Ed calling in the Bronze. I really had to insert that in there as well too, because since they don't have a name, I'm going to go by what Ed has said. So shout out to you. Now, I do think this was a great opening match tonight one. This really was exciting. You have Jey Uso coming out with this song that everybody absolutely loves to dance to, and then Roman Reigns and his aura. When Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker came out, it just looked so intensifying. And then you had Bronson with Roman Reigns' shoes once again returning back. I'm gonna call it the shoe of follow, because at this point he's gonna be carrying that around all the time and reminding Roman Reigns, like, hey, I got your shoes. But this match was really, really good. I love their chemistry. It was exciting at every point. It's like I didn't want to turn away from the screen at all. The highlight of that match for me was Roman Reigns' suicide dive. I just forgot that he was so agile, and I was like, this man jumped over the top rope so high, and it was really crazy. But I was just like, oh my gosh, did you get hurt? Because the way he landed was so vicious. But he got himself back up, continued the match. It was awesome. The funniest part of this match to me was Braun Breaker taking on his straps just to put them back on and just to take them back off again. That was absolutely hilarious. I'm like, this man be tweaking. I don't know what be going on through Braun Breaker's brain, but he put on a great match. I love what he did, and it was just awesome. I'm glad that Jey Uso was the one that picked up the win, and was actually shocked because honestly, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed would have been a lot better to capture this win, but hey, I'm not mad at Roman and Jey catching the dub. I like both teams. I am okay with that result. Next match is Charlotte with Alexa versus Roxanne and Raquel. This match was a great follow-up from the opening match. I absolutely love this match. This one was my favorite one on night one. I cannot lie. This one was my favorite one. All these ladies showed up. They had great chemistry. I'm really loving this tag team with Alexa and Charlotte. I have been growing to like it a lot. At first, I was like, how could this work? But as they're progressing on and on now, I really have been enjoying them together. Roxanne really has been having a good run ever since, coming to the main roster. I've been enjoying her work. She's been doing very well. I love her a part of Judgment Day. Raquel, I love her improvement. It was kind of wonky in the beginning how she started, but her progressing up to see her now, she's doing really good herself. But this match was so good. Their chemistry was so cohesive. They did not miss a beat, none whatsoever. They kept it going. They kept the flow. I love the pacing of the match. It just kept your eye on the ball and who really was going to get it. I want to point out when Alexa had Roxanne in the Sister Abigail position, Charlotte was in the corner. Yeah, now we've seen how she attacked Raquel, got the save so that way they can get the win. But did y'all see the look? How the camera panned over? I was like, are they planting a seed? Because that was very alarming to me. Because I'm like, Charlotte, why are you looking like that? Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I don't know, but that's just my thought of it when I was watching. I was like, whoa. I was like, what are you doing, Charlotte? But other than that, I'm really happy they have gotten the titles. I really can't wait to see how they're going to shape the women's division. I think they're going to put on some good matches and have good chemistry when they cut promos to create feuds with other women who step up to them, so that way they can have their title defenses. So I'm really curious to see how their title reign is going to be. Next up is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I'm gonna be honest, I did not care for this match. It was very underwhelming. They didn't perform bad or anything. They had a good match. You know, their moves were great. They had good chemistry, but the pacing just did not follow up from the match that was before them. It just didn't really carry. It just felt like a filler. And if I'm being honest, I would have switched this out with Julia versus Zelina Vega, so that way the US title for the women's division can be highlighted a little bit more, instead of having this match that really didn't have the greatest build up. It made sense of what they were going about between them two, but Sami getting the win, honestly, I don't see the value of what it adds. Maybe just have to wait to see, but I feel like Karrion could have got it instead of Sami. But hey, it is what it is. The match is over. Sami fought with honor because he didn't want to use the weapon in the match, because he still wants to remain the good guy, which is cool. I like his character. This is not a slander to Sami Zayn. I personally like Sami Zayn myself, but this match just wasn't the greatest. And it wasn't the greatest to me due to the pacing of the match. It just felt odd, and the spots were kind of weird, and their ring styles are very different, but they still managed to have a decent match. But like I said in the beginning, this just was my least favorite match on the card. Up next is Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. Now, before I get into the match details, I want to point out how Jade Cargill absolutely looks stunning in her paying homage to her Jamaican heritage. I really love that outfit a lot, and she did her thing of presentation as she always does. Now, to the match. Tiffany and Jade, they had a pretty okay mix up with each other. The match was pretty decent. It wasn't really good. For some odd reason, Tiffany just looked a little different. Her movement was not as energetic as you would see her. Considering the fact, even the botched pin, that was kind of awkward. The fact that Jade had to do the work to put her foot on the rope was kind of odd. I don't understand why Tiffany didn't, do her part on that, to work together in order to make that sequence. But other than that, they put on a pretty decent match. Their moves were cohesive with each other just a little bit. But Jade losing was not a good idea. I'm gonna be honest, Jade should have been the one to get the title, because what was the point of her winning Queen of the Ring? I don't understand, if you guys weren't gonna have her to get the title and be the next one up, why have her win Queen of the Ring? I didn't understand that, but it was good timing for Jade to get it. Tiffany's time was running out. That's kind of funny that I said that, but Tiffy time is done for me, at least. I'm ready for another SmackDown Women's Champion, and Jade Cargill was just the perfect person to win at this time, because we can get new competitors, new storylines, new feuds, and Jade can be really built up as a threat. She shows a lot of dominance. Of course, she can improve in ring a little bit, because that sometimes when I do watch Jade, I just feel like she doesn't move as smoothly, but hey, that can always get improved along the way. But other than that, Jade should have gotten that title, because I really don't know what's next for Tiffany Stratton after this. I really don't know, but if they have something else, I hope it's good. But if it's not, then they fumbled the bag to have Jade Cargill as their new women's champion. Okay, now this match, let me tell y'all, this match actually surprised me of how good it was. I actually enjoyed this match a lot. And for Jelly Roll to be a celebrity who has no background of being a wrestler, of how to have a match and how to do these moves, surprisingly, he was really engaging throughout the match. He really connected with the crowd. Actually liked how he started off. It was very interesting. But he did have some moments where it was a little too dragged out. It was like, all right, can we get to the point where we're going to do? But he did very well to have good chemistry with the wrestlers. And the build up to this match, I really liked as well too. This was my favorite build up out of the entire card on SummerSlam. This was my favorite build up. I actually liked how Jelly Roll and Logan Paul went against each other on the mic and them going at each other. It was really cool. This match was really nice. Shout out to Jelly Roll too, taking that massive bump of that frog splash that Logan Paul did. And Logan Paul, I don't like him outside of WWE, but him in the company, he's a really good wrestler. I absolutely enjoy watching his matches. He can put on a banger. Hey, you can't lie. The man is really good at his job. The moment when he was getting up from that frog splash and the crowd was just like going crazy when he was going back, I was just like, that part was cool, but I just felt like it was too long. It was too dragged out. It was like, get to the point. We know you're going to come back to this match. Just hurry up. Definitely thought Randy Orton was going to pull back. Pull through to get the win. But Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre got the upper hand and they got the win. Not matter of the result. I enjoyed this match. I really have nothing else to say after that. Just curious to see how it's going to go after this. All right, for the main event time. This was a good main event. Their match was very emotionally driven. The build up to this was pretty cool. I did like it. Gunther always shows dominance in his match, but this one in particularly, he really showed out big time in this match with Punk. I really liked how they went back and forth. Punk was showing resiliency. He was not giving up because he was really fighting for, to get that world title. But something that Ed, a friend of mine, pointed out that I did not see, and I don't understand how I even missed that, but Punk tapped. And I'm like, the more I watch it, I'm like, yeah, he clearly is tapping that mat. He is tapping out. And I'm just like, why would he do that? Ref didn't catch it. So they had to move on. And so Punk got his win. But then here comes his enemy. Oh my gosh. Seth faking that injury. He was standing there at the ramp with Paul Heyman. Standing there menacingly. Dropped them crutches. Took that knee brace off and started coming down that ramp. Grabbed the ref Jessica. And was like, I need you to help me cash this in. I'm cashing this in right now. When Seth started repeatedly hitting him with that briefcase, I was like, yes, you're done for. I'm like, oh my gosh. This was the best part of SummerSlam. Seth cashing in on Punk, of him holding the title for 5 minutes. Drew McIntyre even held it longer than him. But that was the best part of SummerSlam for me. Seth just taking it all from Punk, because he told him, he said, as long as I am here, I'm always going to be on top. He is not letting him win, none whatsoever. So their feud is going to continue forever. It's never going to end. But how much this moment was such a bittersweet moment for Punk to complete his quest, but seeing Seth as champ is really cool too. I'm not gonna lie, but how is Punk gonna recover after this? I don't know, but I'm very interested to see how we're gonna go about this, because that was absolutely insane. But alrighty, you guys, this concludes my thoughts and opinions on SummerSlam Night 1. My rating that's gonna be for this review is a 7.5 out of 10. SummerSlam Night 1 was pretty good, but it definitely had its ups and downs. The best moment, like I explained, definitely was Charlotte and Alexa becoming the new tag team champions, and definitely Seth Rollins creating that chaotic moment of cashing in on Punk and taking his dreams and just becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. And overall, I enjoyed it. But if you guys have any feedback. Definitely drop a comment so that way we can engage with each other, so I can hear what you think and what you thought and what you felt about SummerSlam. But other than that, you have a great day and I hope you enjoy. Be back for more. I'll be dropping part 2 tomorrow, so I will definitely notify you guys once that is done. But other than that, I hope you have a great day. Peace out.